Hello there, YouTube. This is my first video. I decided that I was gonna respond to a couple videos that I've seen on YouTube. I stumbled across a video that was titled, in quotes, "Black Women Can't Grow Their Hair Long," and it was by Candy Pearl. Um, that's together, Kandipearl, if you'd like to search it. But basically, she asked for a response, so I'm gonna respond. Um, I've been taking a lot of Black Study courses lately, and I've been really researching race as a whole. And recently, my best friend, we're freshmen in college, and I go to CSULA, and he goes to CSU Long Beach. And basically, he told me that in one of his classes, he learned that race through DNA basically doesn't exist. That if you look at someone's DNA, you can't figure out what race they are, which is very interesting for me because people think that it's in us somewhere that you're black or you're white or you're this or you're that. And basically, I watched a movie with my parents. It was a documentary, and the people who incorporated this study basically went to New York, and because we all know New York is very diverse, they went to New York and they swabbed about 100 people's mouths of different races and different ethnicities, and basically the study showed that everybody's ancestry was rooted in Africa, which is very interesting because research will tell us that we morphed from monkeys or some other thing, and stuff that I don't believe, basically. But basically, it says our roots are all in Africa. Everybody's roots, whether you're Korean, Asian, Mexican, everything, we're all rooted in Africa, which kind of confirms a lot of things with the Bible, but that's a whole different, topic. I'm not going to talk about that. But basically, race formed, or the vision of race formed through our environment. So a lot of Africans have darker skin and coarser hair because they lived in the desert. And if they wet their hair, our hair would soak up the water and keep them cool in the desert. But um, a lot of other races, like for example Asians, they developed in a colder climate, which meant that their noses were flatter and they had thinner hair or less coarse hair because of the temperatures around them. So basically, all of our bodies adjusted to the way the earth was, if you get what I'm saying. So the thought of people judging other races, it kind of baffles me because a lot of people don't really research things. They don't really know why things are certain ways. See, me, you're probably looking at me, you're probably thinking she's Asian and black. Wrong. I'm not. I'm a whole bunch of other things, but that's not the point of this. The point is, people and their features formed through the Earth's environment. So, um, after I've ventured off into a whole different topic, back to the response, black women can't grow their hair long. Basically, it's just ignorance that lets people know that. Ignorant people think things like this because for some reason it just amazes people when they see African American people with long hair. A lot of times, there are people who are African American who do not take care of their hair and choose to wear a weave or a wig or other things. But very seldomly do you see every black person wearing a wig or every black person wearing weave. I don't wear a wig or weave. And a lot of people would say, oh, that's because you're mixed. No, it's because I take care of my hair. There's a difference. Because a lot of African American women in our generation failed to take care of their children's hair. Unlike my mother, she took care of my hair. She combed it and she didn't put a perm in it, which, you know, gave me this outcome. But there's other parents who neglected their children's hair and put a perm in it to make it easier to deal with. And that's not the whole race, it's just some people who didn't want to take the time to comb their children's hair. So this statement, it bugs me to know that people still think that way, because people walk up to me and some people might say, oh wow, your hair is long, and other people might just assume that, oh, it's supposed to be long because she's mixed. Well, that's a really ignorant statement, because there's a lot of dark skinned girls. I know a lot of dark skinned girls who have really long hair, longer than mine. And it shocks people. They're like, oh, that's your real hair? Like, it really annoys me because hair, it doesn't grow based on your race. It grows whether or not you take care of it. So if you choose not to take care of your hair, cut it off, get a perm, it's most likely going to be damaged. But if you take the time to take care of your hair, it will grow long and healthy and full. There's a huge difference. So, with that said, I've experienced a lot of issues where people assume that, you know, this isn't my hair, or if I wear it in braids, it has to be fake hair, and half the time I don't wear fake hair. I rarely wore fake hair. My mom put fake hair in my hair when I was younger to go swimming. It was easy to deal with. See the point? It's easy to deal with. But I chose to not wear fake hair, and lately I've been wearing my hair natural to express how proud of my hair I am. So it's all about being informed and people being ignorant to certain situations. So that's my response.